Good morning, and welcome to Redeemer Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Gary Lodeholt. Those of us who have graduated from Lutheran Theological Southern Seminary here in Columbia have been saddened recently to learn that the seminary will be moving to Hickory, North Carolina. Actually, the history of this seminary shows that it has moved several times and survived in different locations, and the truth is that there are very good reasons for it to move this time. For many of us, however, our memories are tied to this location, and one of those more significant memories involves the seminary chapel. It's a place where daily, weekday worship is held for the students as they continue their studies, and it is a striking building with lots of white marble. The altar is a large structure dominating the space, made of white marble, and etched on the front of the altar in gold letters are powerful words of grace and invitation. Come to me all. Not all Lutherans, not all Southerners, not all men, not all white people, simply all. God's love, God's grace reaches to all. Behind the pulpit is a large block of white marble. It acts as a soundboard, bouncing the sound of the preacher toward the congregation, and as you look at the speaker, you can't help but see the marble behind him or her. Etched in gold on this block of marble are the words, "As the Father has sent me, so send I you." I'll tell you that as a student, those words get etched on more than marble. As you prepare to go out and serve God's people, these words get etched on your heart. This week and next week, we are exploring the words Jesus spoke after his resurrection. Somehow, even though everything Jesus said is important, the words after his resurrection take on a greater importance and a greater power. The things he says after his resurrection, he says as our resurrected Lord, and that's different. And the most intriguing thing is that when the resurrected Jesus first appeared to his disciples, the first thing he said was, "Peace be with you." And the second thing he said, the very next sentence was, "As the Father has sent me, so I send you." Let's break that down just a bit, starting with the first part. As the Father has sent me. How did God send Jesus? God sent Jesus in love for all people. That's how Jesus sends all of us out as well. No matter what kind of people, no matter who they are or what they have done, we are sent to love. And beware, sometimes loving someone means to stand up for them against the powers of this world. God sent Jesus in grace. That's how Jesus sends us out too. We are to live in grace with one another, forgiving, understanding, caring, and giving without any thought about what we get given back. We are other-driven, as Jesus was in God's grace. God sent Jesus to give himself for the world. In that same way, we are sent. Again, not counting the cost, but giving ourselves, sacrificing ourselves for others. These are the first words of the resurrected Jesus, and they serve as something of a mission statement for being a Christian. Then you come to the other part. So I send you. This love and grace and sacrifice we are called to aren't passive. We aren't supposed to wait for the opportunity to come our way and lethargically respond when it finally shows up. No, we are sent out to do these things actively. We are sent out to live the gospel, and more, we are sent out to tell the good news of Jesus to all people. Now, frankly, for most of us, our hearts are cold to just about all of this, but especially to that telling part. It reminds me of the old joke about the Jehovah's Witness who married a Lutheran. Their kids ring your doorbell and then don't say anything at all. Seriously, I may have told you before how excited Nan and I were to get a new car while serving in my first parish. If people came by the church, I would take them out and show them all the features of this car. I was so excited. Then one day I realized I was witnessing more about my car than I was about my Savior. The thing is, it's easy to talk about something you're excited about. Ask any kid who's going to Disney World. It begs the question, are we excited about Jesus and what Jesus has done in our lives? As the Father has sent me, so I send you. Make it your mission statement. Dare to live it. God sends you. Thanks for watching, and remember to let this day belong to God.